Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is the Even Oracle. Hey, just like I said in my last video, that was just an intro. Today, I gathered enough courage to actually start telling my story. Um, I usually just speak off the top of my head, but this time I wanted to write things down to make sure I got the details correct and I don't go off on a tangent. There's just so much to talk about. And there's going to be multiple videos behind this talking about the rest of my story. The story's not over, and about survival tips for anyone out there who's suffering through the same thing. It's really important for this video. um, I don't make any money off of YouTube. I'm doing this strictly as a service to help out other light workers. Um, Please share this video with as many people as you can, because there's a lot of people out there that you might not realizing, but they're suffering in silence. First thing I wanted to do was to define the terms. Um, a light worker is a person born with spiritual gifts whose job on this planet is to counsel, mentor, and heal humanity. Second off, TI, or targeted individuals, a person who is the target of gang stalking by a group of people, organization, or agency. And the third term here, S.R.A, satanic ritual abuse. Satanic ritual abuse is a lifelong ritual abuse of a person born into a satanic cult that's carried out by family members and others involved in the cult with the purpose of stealing their innocence, harvesting their energy, and ultimately being used as a blood sacrifice to the demons or entities that the cult or coven owes a spiritual debt to, for the black magic rituals that they perform. Usually, most victims are born into a Masonic family, and my story, I'll get into that a little bit. But I also want to be clear that this is not a video, downing Masons or Freemasonry. There are evil Freemasons and there are good Freemasons. And, I just want to make that clear. The evil ones are the ones I'm talking about today, but there's also the good ones that do a lot of charitable work, and they're actually the pillars of their community. So I just don't want to get that misconstrued. One other thing is that light workers and empaths are the prime target of S.R.A and gang stalking. Pretty much if you're suffering from S.R.A and gang stalking, you might not realize it yet, but you probably are a chosen one. You probably are a light worker. So if this resonates, my story resonates with you at all, maybe really, get in touch with your guides and try to figure that out for yourself. But anyways, here I go. Chapter 1 of my story. I was brought into a Masonic family by way of closed adoption. I was lied to my whole life about my identity and still don't know my real name or birth date. The purpose of adopting me was to be used as a sacrificial lamb from day one. As a child, I was drugged and sexually molested on a regular basis, and even sex trafficked for the cult to make money. Physical abuse, emotional abuse, and psychological torture was used to keep me under control and as a method to cause me to disassociate to the point where I suffered amnesia. My grandfather was a wealthy man and left me an inheritance, which my mother stole from me by way of fraud and deception. My grandmother was sacrificed in order to stop her from revealing the truth to me, and so my mother could take control of the family trust. When I started to realize what was happening and speaking up, they started trying to silence me as well. They took out a life insurance policy on me and tried to make me look mentally unstable. They also paid a false lover to fraudulently marry me without my knowledge, so the life insurance policy would not name my mother as the beneficiary. They tried to bully me and psychologically torture me in hopes that I would commit suicide. When that didn't work, they tried to poison me, but I became aware of what was happening and freed myself from the situation. I had to run away and leave everything behind. I had to leave my family behind. I had to leave all my possessions behind. I needed to run for the hills. But it was more so a tactical retreat. I wasn't afraid, you know, and running away. I had to get to a place to where the conditions to fight this were more conducive, and that's what I'm doing now. They became increasingly determined to silence me so their crimes would not be brought to light, to the point of hiring people to cause me physical harm. My mother and other Masons had connections in law enforcement and the legal system that they used to cover up fraud and have me under false investigations, trying to discredit me so I would not be believed. There is more to my story, which I will share in further videos, and I'll also make videos on survival tips, evasion tactics. I'll clue you in as to the tactics gang stalkers use to get at you, and their ultimate purpose behind it. This is really more than anything about darkness in high places, about spiritual wickedness and principalities in high places. Anyways, like I said, please share this video. I don't care about subscribes. I don't care about nothing. I just want as many people to watch this video so they know that they're not alone, and they can tune back in. I'll be posting these videos now in rapid succession, just in order to get the message out to help those that need it. But if you're suffering in silence, just know that you're not alone. There's many other of us out here suffering the same way, and it takes a lot of strength to stand up for yourself after being used and abused, exploited, and held down your whole life. But just know, if you are a light worker, you've been given the mental fortitude, the physical fortitude, and the spiritual fortitude to get past any of these blockages. Do not let them hold you down. This is the Eben Oracle. Peace out.